Okay, hi everyone. Hi Gigi.
Bonjour, bonjour
Bonjour.
Céline.
Bonjour. Donc bonjour à tous. So my name is
I'm
Celine.
happy to be here.
Yes. We're so happy we can present you this custom trip. So Gigi, tell us because you're kind of at the core of the inspiration for that trip. So
Yes, this is a lifelong dream for me as a native speaker, but also as a French educator, to be able to put a name and an itinerary on what I teach, because I think it's really important for students to be exposed to the culture and the language on site. So we joined forces with Céline from AZUROM and myself to bring you a very customized Impressionism route that will start in Paris, the City of Lights. Will take you to beautiful Giverny to discover the gardens and the house of Claude Monet, and then discover and explore the capital of Normandy, Rouen, along the coast of Normandy. And we will stop also in Honfleur and Fécamp and Le Havre, those beautiful small towns along the Normandy coast. Céline, you are the queen of the itinerary and designing those experiences. Tell us more about what we're going to do on a daily basis.
yes, it was really, really fun to put this itinerary together. I have a travel company for 9 years now, it's kind of my turf, and it was really designed in a sense to be easy and carefree. For the traveler, there are private transfers from the beginning to the end from the moment you arrived at the airport, or maybe you're already in Europe and you arrive by train. So you're going to have a private transfer at that very moment, as soon as you touch down in Paris. And then all the way between each cities, between Paris and Giverny and Rouen and Honfleur, and all of that, you're going to have a private driver. It's a very small group. And this was done on purpose to really keep that intimacy, during that trip. Have a very good relation and contact with Gigi, who's always going to be with the group. And we chose some very well located 4 stars hotel, super comfortable. Kind of some of them are boutiquey, so especially in Paris, is very nice. We chose as well some dinner places and lunch places along the way. So really, and some experiences that will be very fun. I'm actually very excited about, especially one that will be to try to paint like the Impressionist. That will be a little bit of the towards the end, kind of to kind of how to say that, to the cherry on the cake for that trip.
I see, Celine, that guests have the option to book a pre-tour or post-tour. So tell us, if some guests want to arrive in Paris ahead of time, what does it include?
Yes, so some people may want to actually extend their stay before or after. So, with that in mind, I thought it would be interesting to offer a pre-stay or post-stay in Paris, as well as Normandy. So in Paris, you're a little bit more like on your own, but still designed in a way where you will have some gastronomic experience and gastronomic tour in Paris. You will stay at a very nice hotel as well. And of course, you have the transfer that is included in that pre and post stay in Paris. But of course, you have the option to have a post stay in Normandy. And I say post for Normandy because the trip more or less ends in Normandy, so it would be easy instead of going back to Paris. If you want to actually explore deeper Normandy, different aspect of Normandy, not just the Impressionist, but maybe World War II history, or maybe it's the gastronomy, or both. It would be very easy to actually have a customized post stay after Honfleur.
Oh, that's wonderful. So our
Mhm.
trip, our journey together starts on October 24th, day one. The meeting place will be the hotel where we will all gather. Guests are coming from all over the state. So of course, it makes more sense just to meet directly on site. The first day, the first few days in Paris will be really soaking up on the atmosphere. And the first day, of course, we want to take a tour to Montmartre. Really relieve the style of 1870s, Toulouse-Lautrec, Sacré-Cœur, and all the culture from the time of Impressionism that made Paris the center of the culture at that time. Our first trip together would be also celebrating the community, gathering together. That's why Céline and I wanted to have a small group. I think it's important. Céline, remind us how big what is the capacity of the group?
The capacity of the group is a maximum of 6 persons. So there's be a minimum of 4 and a maximum of 6. And it really allows for, I think, just have that proximity with people. And again, I think because Gigi will be the tour leader the whole time, she will remain very accessible for every question, English or French, which very important to mention that no prior French is required for this trip.
Mm-hmm. So we want guests to feel comfortable and not limited by the language. So of course, the appreciation of art is going to be a common theme, the appreciation of the culture, obviously. And most of you that may be your first time traveling to France. And for some of you, maybe multiple times. On day two, we'll get into the core of the museums with, of course, l'Orangerie to discover the beautiful water lilies. And in the afternoon, we'll go to the Musée d'Orsay. So those two are the big museums in Paris. And on day three, that's when we leave the city to head towards Normandy to Giverny. So for some of you, Giverny is the postcard. It is absolutely a must-see, especially if you are a Claude Monet fan. The village, it's gorgeous. It's taken directly from one of his paintings. So that would be a very authentic experience. Where are we staying, Céline, in Rouen, the
You
hotel?
you you're gonna stay in a 4 star, like all the hotels during the entire time are 4 stars hotel. If you want to actually stay at a different hotel, it probably will be possible. You will just have to talk to me. But all the hotels are 4 stars minimum. You can upgrade if you want, but I don't think you need to. I think the hotels will be they're all very well located, walking distance in Rouen, Paris, Honfleur, easy to access.
And we wanted to minimize the amount of time driving. This trip is not a road trip. We want to get you as fast as possible between all the stops so you can really enjoy the authentic experience and be immersed by the culture. On day 4, we get to visit Rouen. And of course, you will have some free time. We want to make sure that it's still a pace that is comfortable for the group, having 6 people. So it's easy, it's more adaptable, we can adjust. And then we get to visit Musée des Beaux-Arts in Rouen before we depart for Honfleur. Honfleur is one of my favorite small town in Normandy. It really has this Nouvelle Époque feel. It's taken directly from an Impressionism painting, very quaint, charming, and a wonderful hotel again, selected by Céline. And then on day 5, we get to also discover the birth town of Monet, Le Havre, that is on the northern side of Normandy, and visit Eugène Boudin, the museum of his mentor. Very important also to understand that in Normandy, there's a huge influence of the water, the sea, what we call maritime. And for me, that would be a first because I wanted to visit the museum of the armateur for a very long time. So we get to do that. And on day 6, this is kind of a hands-on activity, Céline, that you found in Fécamp.
Mm-hmm. Yes, kind of the cherry on the cake I was mentioning. You will have the option to paint outside with a lead artist who has a studio. And even if if the weather does not permit to really be outside, there will be an indoor as well at a studio that is very close to the coastline. But we will just say that outside will be possible. We'll just ask people to bring maybe a warm clothes. I'm very excited about that activity for the guests because I think to see all the painting and then being able to paint yourself with a professional artist who can lead you in the. I think it's going to be really interesting.
That's yeah, definitely. It's going to be a great experience to really feel how painting en plein air, especially along the coast of Normandy, that was such a source of inspiration for many artists. In the afternoon, we get to visit a palais, a monastery, a former monastery called the Benedictine Palace. Where we know monks used to produce a lot of alcohol. And if you are interested in mixology, this is the great place for us to discover. We'll get a guided tour of the distillery, which is also in Fécamp. And then this will be our last day of the tour in Normandy. And on day 7, then we will head back to the city for our last night in Paris. And just like Céline said, we get the option to also extend our trip, whether you want to extend it in Paris or Normandy, Céline.
Yes. So really, the choice is yours. You can go home. You can stay a little bit more in Paris. You can stay in Normandy. You just have to let us know. Other important thing, offer want to arrange us to arrange flights. It is possible to arrange the flights for you. There's no extra cost for this. $50 fee for the ticket, but it is actually possible. Travel agency, we do have travel agency pricing on flights, so just keep in mind in case you do to look at your flights. So yes.
And this is the page. If you want to proceed and book, we will ask you for a deposit, Céline.
Yes, so the deposit is only $400, with the credit card fee, more or less. As of right now, we have 5 spots left. So book right away. You can pre-book. Once you pre-booked, we're gonna have your name and everything. You can pick if you want insurance, you want us to take care of the air ticket, pre or post stay. We can talk. Really, all the options page. It's very easy to pre-book. Of course, if you have like allergies or any concern that you may have, you can just let us know. It's we need to communicate, and feel free to communicate with us if you have questions, if concerns about the pay, the allergies for the food or anything. Just send us an email at info@azurom. Very easy to answer.
And that's the beauty of having a small group, is there's not a lot of waiting at the restaurant, at the museum. It's so much easier to move a group of 6 people than a group of 30 people, and also to create connections and be able to bond with other guests who are also sharing that love of the art of the culture from France. So we are so excited. We're waiting for you guys. We're here to help you. Céline, I will talk to you soon, and we hope to hear from you very soon.
Thank you, Gigi.
À bientôt.
À bientôt. Au revoir.